voting in favor of Pasadena principal, more budget cuts for the PUSD, which means upcoming layoffs, and foster mother faces off against the LA County Sheriff's Department. All this plus CCN Weather and Techbyte next on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood, seconds away.
Do you have a great business idea? The Pasadena Enterprise Zone can help.
Pasadena Enterprise Zone, open for business.
Hi, I'm Jesse Avila at the Convalescent Aid Society, a nonprofit organization established in 1923. We provide the free loan of durable medical equipment, of hospital beds, wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and many other items. Your donations and contributions are welcome and greatly appreciated. We are located at 3255 East Foothill Boulevard in Pasadena.
We're here to help you!
Please give us a call and check for availability at 626-793-1696.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching CCN Crown City News, your neighborhood. I'm Natalie Tavidian in for Sehnita Joshua Mattison, who is off today. Our top story, John Muir High School students are dealing with the reports that Principal Sheryl Orange may not be their principal next year. Muir has seen many principals come and go, but students there have taken a stance in favor of Principal Orange. CCN's Lily Nuno joins us live with more on the story. Hi, Lily. How are students taking the news?
Natalie, students are outraged. You know, they feel that their voice is not being heard. Hundreds of students walked out of class early last week in a march along Lincoln Boulevard. Their goal was to show support for Principal Sheryl Orange, just days after she held an assembly where she emphasized that she cared about the students and was impressed with their progress.
Principal Sheryl Orange may soon lose her job led hundreds of students to stage a walkout this past week. They also delivered stacks of letters to the district letting administrators know they want to keep their principal. The school has faced several controversial situations in the past year, including administrative leave for football coach Ken Howard. Authorities say he allegedly assaulted a boy as he searched for a weapon on campus. John Muir senior Anthony Monte Rosa says he walked out to send a message.
We walked out to support Ms. Orange because I believe that she has done so much for the school.
In 2008, the district reorganized the curriculum, placing emphasis on several learning academies to avoid a state takeover of the academically challenged school. Since then, state education stats show Muir's academic performance index or API score has increased. Last year, it rose 19 points. Tarek Ross, who runs an on-campus mentoring program at Muir, says Orange's dismissal would affect the students.
It will have some impact on the students, because clearly you saw a couple hundred of them voice their opinion with the walkout. So I think it'll have a negative impact on the students, and that's where I'm most concerned is with the students.
District officials would not comment on the story. We also reached out to Principal Orange, but she did not respond. Anthony Monte Rosa says students are in the dark and want some answers.
We tried to reach out to PUSD District Director of Communications and Community Engagement, Adam Wolfson, and he said, quote, "We cannot comment on anything that has not happened yet," end quote. That yet makes us wonder if her ouster is inevitable. Natalie, back to you.
Thank you, Lily, for that report. We haven't seen anything about Principal Orange on the PUSD website, but there is plenty of other information there, including news about the potential layoffs we told you about, and the naming of former NFL player John L. Hardy as the next head football coach. Their website is pusd.us. Every year about this time, as state lawmakers work on the budget, we hear about the possible budget shortfalls the local school districts will be facing because of fewer state dollars sent their way. This year's no different. The Pasadena Unified School District is expecting a budget shortfall of more than $3 million, along with the layoffs that will bring with it. CCN's TK Trinidad joins us live. TK, so this is a big deal to PUSD.
This is a huge deal, Natalie. The Pasadena Unified School District has faced budget cuts for the last few years, and this year is no exception. The district anticipates further reductions that could total between $7 to $17 million, depending on the governor's budget. The Pasadena Unified School District recently handed out pink slips to 78 teachers and administrative staff. Administrators say they were forced to do so because of possible lowered state funding. McKinley School Principal Marissa Sarian says she gave out 6 notices to her staff this past week.
Yesterday I had to deliver 6 layoff notices to outstanding teachers. We know that some of our teachers hopefully will be returning after the May revise, but it's still demoralizing to receive a letter saying that you're probably not going to have a job next year.
In the past 2 years following the governor's revision of the state budget in May, the district rehired 100 of the 120 school employees given pink slips. Still, PUSD Superintendent John Gundry says the cuts have made a dramatic impact.
Increased class sizes, there are fewer custodians, fewer librarians.
The Pasadena Unified School District anticipates $3.2 million in cuts for the school year, based on the governor's proposed budget. So far, since 2007, the district has cut $30 million from the budget, resulting in increased class sizes and a shorter school year.
3 years ago, our kinder through 3rd grade classes had 20 students. Now I have, in kindergarten, 25 students. In 3rd grade, I have 32 students in each class. So that's a huge difference. What you can provide to 20 is very different to 32.
This John Muir student says another difference over the years has been cuts to basic school necessities like books and art supplies.
The supplies been cut. There's supplies that you have to reuse from like the last years. It has to be done. The state doesn't have money.
Superintendent Gundry is calling on the district's teachers union, the United Teachers of Pasadena, to accept furlough days next school year, as they have in the past, to help offset the budget shortfall.
We can't build furlough days in the calendar without negotiating them with our labor unions. And so we have put that on the table. If they agree to 5 furlough days, that will add about $3 million.
District officials say they'll confirm the layoffs by May 15th.
We're not planning for the absolute worst case scenario, but pretty close to it.
I wish that we would begin to fund education properly and really do what our children deserve. This is kind of a crime to me.
Steady drumbeat we've been hearing during this year's budget process has been that the state needs to provide more funding for the schools, some even going so far as to ask for tax increases to do so. The big question, though, is would voters approve more taxes, and also what other funding sources could schools use to help with the budget shortfall, since they run into the same issue every year. The PUSD Director of Communications tells us that individual schools have fundraisers that are maintained by the Pasadena Educational Foundation. Natalie, back to you.
Thank you, TK, for that report. Hopefully those fundraisers help the students out just a little bit. Yeah. The district has set up a website, PUSD.org, to help inform people about the budget process. A Pasadena foster mother of 5 is challenging the LA County Sheriff's Department in court. That's coming up next on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood. Don't go away.
Unleash your inner shark. Sharky Zartman's book, Shark Sense, reveals the 14 life-changing steps you can take today to start reaching your goals. Through her witty yet no-nonsense approach, Sharky Zartman unlocks the lessons we can all learn from sharks.
I use the shark as a symbol for your inner source of strength and power, the part of you that doesn't know the meaning of the word can't.
Stop settling for less and start living with confidence and purpose. Order Shark Sense today at sharksense.org and get in touch with your inner shark. If your child is getting behind in school and needs help organizing, reading, writing, or studying, Klein's classes can help. Audrey Klein has been teaching for more than 20 years. Her book, Skills for Student Success, can teach your child essential learning tools. Klein's classes are affordable and conveniently available online. You can view the lessons and educational films anytime.
I've seen children jump 2 reading levels in 1 year. I've proven it over and over again.
Don't let another semester pass without getting your child some help. Visit kleinsclasses.com and get started today. The CCN Energy Saver is brought to you by Southern California Edison.
Hi, I'm Luna Petty with your CCN Energy Saver. I'm here with Southern California Edison's Dave Ford. Dave, can customers really save money on the compact fluorescent bulbs?
Well, Luna, first of all, I want to let you know how it's a pleasure to see you again. And of course, they can save money when they're using Energy Star rated type of lamps or any other type of product that is Energy Star rating. What I have to show you today is an incandescent lamp as well as a compact fluorescent. This is an incandescent. This lamp here is a compact fluorescent. This lamp will save, comparing an incandescent to a compact fluorescent, it'll save energy. It lasts twice, 3 or 4 times the amount of hours of usage, and it doesn't put out as much heat. And it's definitely going to be a good product for customers to use when they're considering changing out lighting in their home to more energy efficient lamps.
Well, thank you for that information, Dave. Hopefully customers find it helpful. This has been Luna Petty with your CCN Energy Saver.
The CCN Energy Saver is brought to you by Southern California Edison.
A Pasadena woman who says she was unjustly removed from her home by sheriff's deputies is suing the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for what she says are blatant violations of her rights. CCN's Paulo Alejandra joins us live with more. Paulo, how is she taking this news?
She's being very strong. The people closest to her described her as being very courageous throughout this whole ordeal. Deirdra Duncan has gone to court a number of times in the past year. First, because she says after filing bankruptcy, the court allowed her to stay in her foreclosed home. But when the bank had police remove her anyway, she went to court to stop them. Then she filed a lawsuit because she says Sheriff Lee Baca and the LA County Sheriff's Department have violated her civil rights. Foster mother of 5, Dierdra Duncan, or Dee Dee, is in the middle of what could be the biggest fight of her life against Sheriff Lee Baca and the LA County Sheriff's Department.
It's very emotional, you know, and it's hard to explain it to, you know, children, you know, and it hasn't been easy.
On January 9th, 2011, the bank foreclosed on Duncan's home here in Pasadena. She filed for bankruptcy 2 months later and says the courts allowed her to stay on the premises.
She got a protection from federal courts called the automatic stay. It's automatic. The language in the statute says automatic stay, so it applies as soon as the bankruptcy is filed.
Attorney Philip Cabell and spokesperson Stephen Lamb say Duncan's right to remain at the house was not honored, and that 15 days after filing bankruptcy, sheriff's deputies locked her out of the house. Cabell and Lamb say a representative from Coldwell Banker, there on behalf of the new owner, SRT Properties, accompanied the deputies.
She had the papers, and she showed them the papers, and they turned to a guy who was actually representing the bank who was with them, and asked the guy from the bank what they should do, and the guy from the bank says, oh no, foreclose, which is really amazing when you think about it. I didn't know that a banker had more authority than a federal judge.
Duncan filed a lawsuit against the Sheriff's Department that June. Then the story takes a turn. On February 9th of this year, sheriff's deputies arrested Duncan for her alleged role in a rent squatting scheme. Police accused her of referring homeless people to a property brought to her attention by a man named Michael Robinson. Duncan says he's since disappeared. Cabell says the property owner in this case is connected to the Sheriff's Department.
It just is very, very convenient, or unusual, I should say, that the Sheriff's Credit Union owns this particular property. So it feels very much like, you know, it was planned and it was arranged for the purpose of discrediting Deirdre Duncan.
The sheriff's senior media advisor, Stephen Whitmore, would only tell us, quote, "We are agents of the court and we simply do what the court tells us to do," end quote. Still, as Duncan awaits another day in court, she says the Sheriff's Department should be fair.
You're a peacemaker. You're supposed to be a peace servant. You're supposed to be fair to everybody. And I don't think they're fair to everybody.
On a related note, Deirdre Duncan was also arrested by Pasadena police in April 2011 for trespassing on the disputed Lola Avenue home. She says that she went there with her legal order in hand to retrieve her children's belongings and found they were being sold off by the new property owner. The charges were later dropped by the city of Pasadena. Duncan claims that her struggles were made public by onlookers who posted footage of her arrest on the internet. She added the publicity was especially humiliating not only for her, but for her children as well. Natalie.
Thank you, Paulo, for that report. Deirdra Duncan goes back to court April 17. St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. Can we expect any sunny skies that will reveal any rainbows? CCN meteorologist Curtis Peak is here live to let us know.
And you're right, St. Patrick's Day is around the corner. Is it going to be dry? Is it going to be wet? I think it's going to be wet. All right, good evening, San Gabriel Valley. Good evening, everyone out there. Let's get you going right now. As we take a look at our satellite radar right now, we have a series of small troughs that are just going to move this way into Southern California over the next few days. But this is a broad trough right here that's going to bring us some rain by Friday night into Saturday, Sunday, and possibly into early Monday. So everyone get ready for a very soggy weekend if this storm does stay together. All right, let's get you going with our almanac right now. Our high today was 64 degrees. Our low tonight is going to be 50 degrees. We are normally around 70 degrees, so we are below average right now. As I said, we are going to have a series of troughs that are going to come in this week, and this big broad trough is going to drop down on Friday. And with these troughs, these low pressures, we do see cooler temperatures, but it is going to be a cooler week. Wait until you see my 7-day forecast. We're going to see temperatures in the 50s by the weekend, and we are going to have a wet weekend, like I said earlier. Right now outside, we are looking at temperatures at 60 degrees. Our winds are out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Our humidity is 52%. Our sunrise is at 7:06, and our sunset tomorrow afternoon is going to be at 6:59. I hope everyone is getting used to this daylight savings time, because we are going to see longer days, and summer is just around the corner, and spring is almost here also. As we take a look at our lows for tonight, we're looking at Glendale 49 degrees, Pasadena 50 degrees, and Monrovia, you are coming in at 49 degrees also. Our highs for tomorrow, we are looking at 67 in Monrovia, 65 in West Covina, and El Monte, you are coming in at 66 degrees along with Pasadena. Now here's that 7-day forecast I was telling you about. We are going to see these series of small troughs coming in. Look at Tuesday, 66 degrees. The rest of the week, we are going to see cloudy skies, but that big broad trough is going to come in. On Saturday, we are going to see 58 degrees. 53 on Sunday, and 53 on Monday. So that's what I'm talking about. This is going to be a cool storm. It's going to be a wet storm. This is probably going to be the biggest storm that we have seen this season. So people that if you are skiers or snowboarders, please get ready to go out there and have some fun. And look at our overnight lows. We are going to see 56 on Friday. That's going to be our warmest night. But by Monday, we are down to 44 degrees. So we are going to struggle to get out of the 50s late in the weekend. So it's going to be a cold weekend and a wet weekend. So this is the time to stay in, enjoy your loved ones, and just wrap up. And, this is wintertime in the San Gabriel Valley.
Or go up to the mountains to ski.
And ski. Exactly.
And grab our green coats.
Exactly.
Thank you, Curtis, for that report. Local residents make a move for those that can't to help find a cure for Lou Gehrig's disease. Next on CCN, Crown City News, your neighborhood. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Lori Webster. I'm the owner of Webster's Fine Stationers.
Hi, I'm Scott Webster.
You need to come and check us out because we've got great gifts for everybody in the family.
We have Fine Stationers by Cranes and Company.
We have some beautiful greeting cards, things that are unique.
A myriad of other things, so please come by.
And our phone number is area code 626-797-1135, and we're located at 2450 North Lake Avenue, Suite B in Altadena. Our motto is, let's do something good today.
Hi, I'm Jesse Avila at the Convalescent Aid Society, a nonprofit organization established in 1923. We provide the free loan of durable medical equipment, of hospital beds, wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and many other items. Your donations and contributions are welcome and greatly appreciated. We are located at 3255 East Foothill Boulevard in Pasadena.
We're here to help you.
Please give us a call and check for availability at 626-793-1696.
In our next story, I spoke with the parents of a teenager who is battling Lou Gehrig's disease. This is one of the most difficult stories I've ever told here on CCN Crown City News, because I was able to see up close and personal the impact of ALS, another name for the disease. What makes this especially difficult for the family of the 17-year-old Hajime Miyasaka is that there is no cure for ALS. In just 2 years' time, Hajime went from getting the diagnosis to almost complete paralysis. This month, month, Zumba Fitness, a worldwide dance fitness program, has joined the fight in finding a cure for ALS. This past Sunday, Zumba instructors organized a group of people to join the movement to help others like Hajime move again. Doctors diagnosed Hajime Miyasaka with Lou Gehrig's disease, or ALS, 2 years ago. He can't move now, but the teen once enjoyed playing video games and performing in plays with his church youth group. His parents say Hajime's smile would light up a room. His mom, Josue Miyasaka, made a video of his journey. His parents say the disease advanced quickly and that the once active Hajime has now lost his ability to eat, speak, and even breathe on his own. But ALS doesn't affect alertness.
He's totally aware. So as a family or himself, it is very heartbreaking. Just staying with him, but there's no cure or no treatment that we can do for him. As a parent, just not able to help him at all, and just stay with him and just be a witness. It's very difficult.
Amy Knight knows the Miyasaka family through her involvement with First United Methodist Church. As a certified Zumba instructor, she hopes the United We Dance to Cure ALS Zumbathon will give people hope to someday move again.
As instructors, a lot of times we promote the fact that, Zumba dancing is easy for everyone to participate in, but in this case, not everyone can participate in Zumba. So I became very passionate as a member of the church, knowing him, and having done a stage production, a musical production with him, knowing that he can't sing and dance on stage anymore, hoping that I can kind of raise an awareness for ALS in the community.
Hajime's dad says the Zumbathon means a lot to their family and that the support they've received from the community has brought joy to the family during this difficult time.
So many people are supporting our family and my sons too. Their heart that we could feel make us keep going. Of course, it's our hope, but there's always the chance or miracle that they found the cure.
Since Hajime can't communicate, the Miyasaka family does their best to figure out what makes him happy. Nationally, Zumbathons have raised close to $500,000 for Augie's Quest, a research initiative focused on finding a cure and treatments for ALS. The ALS Zumbathons are ongoing February 1st through March 31st. Amy Knight says she teaches regular Zumba classes every Sunday at 3 p.m. at the church. All proceeds go to local various charities. You can find the information on facebook.com/FUMC. For more info on upcoming ALS Zumbathons, you can also log on to zumba.com/United We Dance. Grant Derderian joins us live, the latest insight into the tech world. Don't touch the dial, all coming up next on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood.
If your child is getting behind in school and needs help organizing, reading, writing, or studying, Klein's classes can help. Audrey Klein has been teaching for more than 20 years. Her book, Skills for Student Success, can teach your child essential learning tools. Klein's classes are affordable and conveniently available online. You can view the lessons and educational films anytime.
I've seen children jump 2 reading levels in 1 year. I've proven it over and over again.
Don't let another semester pass without getting your child some help. Visit kleinsclasses.com and get started today. Unleash your inner shark. Sharky Zartman's book, Shark Sense, reveals the 14 life-changing steps you can take today to start reaching your goals. Through her witty yet no-nonsense approach, Sharky Zartman unlocks the lessons we can all learn from sharks.
I use the shark as a symbol for your inner source of strength and power, the part of you that doesn't know the meaning of the word can't.
Stop settling for less and start living with confidence and purpose. Order Shark Sense today at sharksense.org and get in touch with your inner shark.
Grant?
We have Apple making news this week, Natalie, with the iPad 3, and we're doing some follow-up on a story we brought you right here last week on the CCN Techbyte. And that is the iPad 3, which is making news upcoming this week. And that's the iPad recently announced by Apple CEO Tim Cook at a media event in San Francisco last week. Now, rather than calling the device the iPad 3, Apple simply is instead calling it the iPad, and topping the list of new features the iPad has is a very rich, high-resolution screen, which actually has more pixels than a high-definition TV. A new 5-megapixel eyesight camera is also included, as well as extremely fast 4G internet service. Apple also announced a new photo app for the iPad as well, and new high-definition video capability the previous iPad models did not have. And they announced this all at the event, which drew hundreds of anxious bloggers and journalists on Wednesday to see the new device, which supposedly already has a 3-week back order time. The new iPad starts at $499 for the 16GB base model with Wi-Fi and goes up to a 64GB 4G model for $829. And also this week, developers of the popular and free iPhone photo sharing app Instagram have said that the app has now surpassed over 27 million registered users. The app, which allows users to take, edit, post, and comment on pictures, has garnered a lot of buzz recently due to its ease of use, popularity, and plain creativity for combining photos and social media into one simple app. The company also said that their app, which was previously available online for the iPhone, is coming to Android phones soon as well, and that in the first day of App Store sales, they attracted nearly 25,000 registered users. What's interesting about Instagram, however, is that while they have raised several $1 million in funding from top Silicon Valley investors, they have done it all without displaying one ad to their app users worldwide. And that Instagram announcement was also made this week to the media at the annual South by Southwest, or SXSW 2012 tech convention happening this week in Austin, Texas. The convention usually attracts large audiences of people to all kinds of new media, meaning anything from upcoming documentaries to the next hit iPhone app. The convention has been famous for attracting thousands of new users to now massive social networking site Twitter, and it was also the launch spot of popular social location check-in site Foursquare. While nothing huge has come out of SXSW yet, we'll of course keep you updated right here on the Techbyte on anything big that's announced. And that's what's making news this week in the world of tech. Natalie, back to you.
SXSW.
Yeah, that's something to say.
Grant.
South by Southwest.
Thank you, Grant, for that report. So we're going to be seeing lines around the Apple Store.
Maybe, yeah.
Sometime soon.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take it to Curtis. Curtis has some weather updates for us. Curtis, what do you have for us?
Okay, well, the weather update is going to be wet, as I said earlier. Let's take a look at our 7-day once again. As I said, we are going to see temperatures down in the 50s by next Saturday and Sunday. But tomorrow, that first trough does begin to come in. We do see clouds for the rest of the week. By Saturday, 58 degrees. That's our cold system, that cold leading edge of the storm. 53 and 53 on Monday. We are going to have a wet weekend, everybody. So get ready for that. It's going to be 44 degrees on next Monday night, and it's going to be a cold, wet storm. So if you are a skier, please get ready to go up and go ski. If you are a snowboarder, get up there and have fun. This is a weekend that we've been looking for a long time, so it's exciting here in Southern California to see a little snow, a little rain.
It's a weekend to look forward to. Thank you, Curtis, for that report. That's it for this newscast. Thank you to all of our sponsors, including Southern California Edison, Wink Marketing, and the Pasadena Enterprise Center office building with available space. Thanks also to the CCN crew. They make this show possible. But finally, we thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. Join us each week as we cover the news in the Pasadena and San Gabriel Valley. For all of us here at CCN, I'm Natalie Tavidian. Have a great week.